Having a project finally across the finish line means invoicing for that project is the next step. In FunctionFox, you can invoice for a project from either a past quote or from the total hours put into the work. Of note, invoicing is a free add-on that is not turned on by default. To turn it on, simply reach out to staycreative@functionfox.com. Once it is turned on, invoicing is found on the left-hand menu. To create an invoice, start by hitting Create New to have the invoice window appear. Here, there are 3 tabs. Let's start on the right with taxes. If taxes are included with your invoice, this is where you can include that information to have the percentage automatically added to the work done. Next over is contact details. In order to create an invoice, you will need to have the contact details applied to the client. Many of the details like business name and address will appear on the invoice, saving time from putting the information manually every time you create an invoice. Lastly, there is the Create Invoice tab, which has all our invoicing options. First, date range. This is extremely important as this dictates the hours that the invoice will use to calculate the totals. Next is the client you are invoicing and who it is coming from. Feel free to change the invoice number if need be as well. Now, you have a couple options as it relates to the status and project dropdowns. With invoices, you can invoice based on statuses, specific projects, or everything done for the time frame. In this case, let's leave the settings as is so all projects are invoiced for this month. From here, let's move to include and hide dropdowns. You can include things like project costs, project scope, while also hiding options like rates or quantity. Anything you hide will be visible in the next step, but not on the final invoice. Lastly, taxes. There's a tax you need for your work, select it. If you have no taxes available, no taxes will be applied to the invoice. Once you're ready, click submit and a page will open, allowing you to fully edit the invoice. Nearly everything here can be edited from the address, rates, and quantity. By default, task info is collapsed, and clicking the paper icon to the left of each project will reveal the task categories. Clicking again will collapse the info. If the invoice looks correct, click save and you can now see it added to your list of invoices. To download it, click menu, then select either HTML or save PDF. If an invoice has been paid, you can also mark it as paid from here. Of note, if you have a quote you want to turn into an invoice, find the quote in the list, click menu, and select Create Invoice from Quote. This covers the basics of creating an invoice inside of FunctionFox, but if you have further questions, give us a call or email staycreative@functionfox.com, and we will gladly help you and your team stay creative.